All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome back to our Galactic Federation Trilogy. Taking a look at who is online with us today. All right, I think everybody has been along for the ride. There may be one or two of you that are new, but you've probably been doing the replays. So welcome back. I hope that you're enjoying our series. And we are going to continue connecting with our Galactic Federation. Just make sure this is working. Okay. All right. There we go. So we're going to continue connecting with the Galactic Federation. We've already done the Pleiadians as well as the Arcturians. And now today we're going to be meeting with the Andromedans. So this is going to be a very different frequency, I am assuming. I don't do a lot of work with them. I've met them in Mount Shasta and a few contacts in shamanic journeys back here, which usually once you make connection with a starseed family in like a vortex place or in a contact session, then you can go back and meet with them via shamanic journey or some other meditation practice. You could use Akashic Enlightenment. However you're going into that higher frequency to be able to make that phone call. And so yeah, we're going to be doing that. And they're more of a ancient vibe, you could say. Definitely the bigger kids on the playground of the Galactic Federation. So there's going to be a sense of maybe a little less familiar, right? Our Arcturians and Pleiadians are kind of, they're in our backyard. And so the frequency is closer to ours, right, here on Earth. So, and they do a lot of work with us, so they're a little bit more familiar. So with the Andromedans, there's going to be a sense of we're a little bit in new territory, right? And I actually had a mantis being show up before this session. Last couple, I do shamanic journeys regularly just to connect with the spirits, see what they're asking, see if they have any new information or connection knowledge. And mantis being keeps showing up saying that what they're going to be bringing through is definitely for the collective, in the sense of the big change that is happening right now. Okay, so there is, if you're not aware already, there is a big change going on right now. We've been through a large transformation last year, and January was kind of this last purge, and now there is a sense of things are really ticking forward. And it may be a little slow for some and then accelerating quickly in other areas, just depending on where your alignment is. You'll be able to sense what these changes are or things that you're supposed to be focusing on. And just trying to align with the astrology. So we just came out of a portal on, I think it was like the 17th or the 18th. And now we are coming out of the shadows of all the retrogrades that we had in January. So the next month is very full force forward. So that's why we're doing these sessions, because we did so much clearing out, and now we're upgrading, realigning with our soul paths after doing so much clearing out and doing healing work. And now we are going to connect with a new branch of wisdom to align ourselves with where we are really going next, right? I know a lot of souls are wondering this and doing a lot of readings with people, clearing out things that have been there for a long time and really going into a new chapter of life, right? And so our Earth is going into this new frequency. And so we are all invited into these new chapters of our existences here, right? And so we want to understand what they're going to be gifting us, really, allowing us to understand on a deep level. I know some of you have been a little concerned of, oh, well, I don't know immediately. And it doesn't really always translate directly. I mean, for someone like me that I do this work all the time, I usually get assignments. So it is very literal. It can be very literal. But for most of you, it's going to be a frequency shift, right? And so this one is going to be, I know the Arcturians did a lot of healing work, Pleiadians, there was some healing, more knowledge that was exchanged. And so this seems to be really almost like a lesson, like we're going to be taught what is coming and what we're coming into, right? Almost like a preview of what the future could be, but the future is based on the highest soul aligned frequency that you are in at this time, right? So in order to be in the highest aligned frequency right now, you want to be able to drop out of as many paradigms that are created out of karma, right? This is either ancestral karma, collective karma, patterns from childhood, right? And so combined with higher knowledge. So that is a very powerful presence accelerating tool that then creates a very accelerated, advanced, aware future, right? So this is my sense of connecting to them is going to be on this this new level. It's not usual that they come to me saying that you know, this transmission is important and the collective really needs this. All right, so outside of this, I may release this to the collective as well, because there are so many souls right now that are going through a large shift. And the more souls that we can get onto, I know we talked about like the bifurcation or the splitting of the frequencies on Earth, right? As many are ascending, some are choosing not to do that, and to each their own, right? But we want to shine the light as much as we can to invite as many souls as we can into that frequency to pull into that that bubble of experience, right? And so that's what we're really focusing on here. And it's a little bit of it's a very prime time to be doing that. You could say that, right? Not that the whole journey isn't about, you know, shedding light on the shadow to release the ego and things that are not true to your beingness. But right now is a very prime time, especially in the next month that is following us doing this final transmission. So even if you're getting these in the recordings, look at it as being outside of time in the sense that, you know, if all the souls did this at once, I mean, it would be pretty amazing. But usually things would really collapse, right? Because there's so many things that are created in different densities, right? And to bring everything up to the same density all at once, you know, a lot of things would drop out suddenly. And there would have to be a lot of new systems that came in quickly. So there would have to be a very mass high intelligence upgrade to handle that, right? But when you have so many people and so many systems, it's hard to do that. So different souls are coming online at different times. So if you're listening to the recordings, then there is a sense of this is your time, right? But since we're doing this as the wave is coming in here, you're going to have that energy in the recordings. So just wanted to clarify that and catch up on the chats. Oh, okay, we're just saying some hellos. Yeah, all right, good. And I don't know if anybody's been having any contact or I should say, noticeable contact. Right, you may or may not remember it. You could be just having intense dreams, maybe processing things out, or you may have memories or feeling like you met a being, and they could be in the human form, they could be in their extraterrestrial form, right? But there's just a different sense of what they feel like being around them. Even if they are in their human form, there's a sense of them being foreign, which I talked about in the ET contact preparation, which we did back in June. Those transmissions, which are on my website if you're interested in those. But there is a sense that even when they look in their human forms, there is a sense of this isn't human, right? It would be kind of like a dog or a dolphin transforming into a human form. They still have the vibe of being a dog or a dolphin, right? And not having been on Earth. Yeah. Okay, you guys are getting some contacts. Jelani's saying he had some noticeable and unnoticeable contact. All right. Yeah, this could be happening in your dreams or while awake. Roberta's saying, I had an energy upgrade from the Arcturians 3 nights ago. Okay, good. So they're still coming to visit you. And Cynthia, yes. Sanat Kumara made an appearance. All right, you guys are active with your starseed families. Wonderful. Diane, the Arcturians also showed up while I was offering someone a healing session. I love them. Yeah, they're all about the healing. The Pleiadians are a little bit more of the assisting overall, but the Arcturians are really deep into the healing sessions and the healing work. Like I said, they're similar to the Aquilorians, who I tend to work with all the time. Mm-hmm. Good. So I hope that you are documenting your experiences. I like to use searchable, what are they called, journaling apps on the phone so that you have notes, right? And I know I always invite you to take notes with these sessions because you don't remember these things. And then something will happen later on, maybe another contact, or the information begins to unpack, right? And then you want to think, or your brain automatically goes back to, oh, a year ago, I had that connection with them and they said something like this was going to be happening, or I know it's connected somehow. And you're going to want to be able to go back. Unless you have a really good organization system on paper, I suggest getting an app for your phone because then it's searchable and it's a lot easier to dig through. Mm-hmm. Mikhail is also sharing, Arcturian origin. Oh, I'm looking forward to noticeable contact. Still waiting. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, it's it's on their schedules, right? You can always if you're looking to increase contact, you can get the ET contact prep meditations as well, because those work on clearing out any fear structures that you have for contact, because it can be a very biological, fearful thing that you're going through, especially if it's new. Like but that's what I'm saying is now we're kind of making the contact. So you're kind of getting used to it, right? And so then that shaves off a level of fear or nervousness in doing it on your own, right? Or them showing up, because it is a little bit like makes the hair stand up on on you. So when you sense their energy around you, right? Because it is a different frequency. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jelani's saying it comes in so fast and I forget. Yeah. And that's sometimes I feel like they do that on purpose, right? I don't know if you've read some of, I don't know what book I was reading. It may have been one of the Dolores Cannon books. But they talk about how they do memory wiping, right? Because if you run around talking about these experiences with a lot of people, they'll be not so on board with it. So they're looking out for your highest and best. So sometimes there can be like an altering of your experience, masking it under if you're in the wild, oh, I thought I saw a ship, oh wait, no, it was just an animal. Right? And so then that allows you to process it more. So that's why we really want to work on getting rid of a lot of the fear paradigms. But when we're not focusing a lot on that in this. We're doing the soul path upgrading because that's where we are right now. But speaking of which, I just posted the Pleiadian council meeting. So in our first session, when the Pleiadians came in, they told me to set up this event to continue contact with them. So that is starting next Friday on the 4th. We're doing 5 sessions connecting to the Pleiadians. Okay, so we're continuing from this work that we're doing here. They invited us to do 5 more sessions with the Pleiadians. So that is set up. I know it's on my website. It may already be on New Earth One. I just haven't sent the email out yet. So go ahead and sign up for that if you want to continue to connect with the Pleiadians. And Madalena is also sharing about the Pleiadians. Pleiadians let me know that my mission of this time is to transmit downloads I receive to all Earth. Yes. Oh, Earth waters. Okay. Okay. The Arcturians healed me, prepare me for my next healing mission with them. Yeah. So a lot of I know we're doing soul path upgrading and imprinting, but there's also seeding that can happen, which is very common, where they give you energy that you will transmit to other people, and or it sounds like someone has places, bodies of water, right? So that can also be part of your mission, but that's part of your soul path, right? And so that's coming in at a frequency level that then you'll understand later, or you may be told later, or it just comes into your consciousness at some time after the transmission. Wonderful. Mikkel's saying you did our train transmission 4 times. It's very funny start. Oh yeah, yeah. They were pretty funny. They were really excited to hang out. Yeah. So this is definitely going to be a different different experience with the Andromedans. But I feel like we're getting into the space to start. Yeah. Jelani's on tap here. He's saying I'm starting to feel warm. Yeah, I'm feeling them starting to come in already. So I think we're getting geared up here to do our transmission. So everybody go ahead and if you're already really proficient with Akashic Enlightenment, you can open it if you want to. All right. If you're not proficient with it, then you don't need to. I know that some people ask about that, so I'm just letting those who are already trained in it, let them know that they can if they want to. It's optional. All right. And you can go ahead and lay down or be seated, whatever is comfortable, and we'll support you if you fall asleep or get really drowsy or restless. And have your phone or journal to take any notes in. And yeah, we'll be in here for about 30 minutes, and then we'll do our little discussion at the end here. So we are now beginning to connect to the Andromedans. All right. And we do have Ascended Master Jesus, Archangel Metatron, and Mantis being are here. And I'm already just hearing a lot of clicking. And the connection was so strong, it kind of knocked out our technology. I'm waiting for everybody to come on Zoom, but we're going to go forward because everybody's already in the circle. In the higher dimensional space here. All right. Ooh. All right. So they are inviting all of us to go over to Andromeda. Okay. I'm sure everything's recording. Okay. All right. All right. So we are going over. Here we go. Going over to Andromeda. So you may get a little dizzy or disoriented or fuzzy-headed. Just relax into that. It's just the dimensional traveling. Okay, yeah, so it's emotional also coming in, almost like it's been so long since you've connected with them. Yeah, yeah. They're definitely an extraterrestrial form from what I'm seeing. If you see a different experience, that is for you, and that's fine. Mm. We're connecting to their planet, and there's a sense of it's almost like very archaic or ancient, I guess is the word. Um, Maybe like okay, they're more or less saying the Andromedans are more or less saying that they are the history keepers. Okay, they have a lot of knowledge, right? And there's almost like a general message coming in of, they know, they know what we've been through, and they know what we are going through, and what is to come is, it's ultimately on a level that, many can't comprehend. Few will be able to actually go to like uh, the highest lengths, the greatest lengths. Um, all right, so they're bringing us in, oh, and they're quite tall. Um, they are bringing us into some sort of space of theirs, chamber, or um, it's hard to really make out the shape of it, and it may change depending on what everyone is comfortable with. But I do sense some sort of pyramidal or triangular shape and a sense of stone, um, almost like moon, looks like moon rock. Um, it looks like volcanics, like dark. Um, okay, and they're having us looks like sit in a circle. Very tribal sense, almost like going into like a teepee to do um, sweat lodge, that type of sense to it. But this is a type of it's a initiation or a high level um, opportunity to be doing this. And again, it's getting it's getting very emotional with the connection. Right, there we go. So now it feels like we're really starting to connect with them for the soul path upgrades and imprinting from the Andromedans, ancient knowledge keepers, historians. Yeah, so there's a lot of history or knowledge coming in here of the origins of Earth, the plan for Earth. And it's a very intense frequency, so just try to relax. A lot of energy in the heart space. And the way they bring this in is a very different way. They're calling it gridding. Yeah. And the gridding is connecting to our energy bodies and connecting to the new light grids that are here on Earth. almost like keys unlocking a door. These two pieces fit together. Very And there's a sense of a teaching going on with this blueprinting and upgrading, allowing us to understand. Seems like a lot of technology, knowledge technology, and it's just going too fast now for me to speak to what's happening. We're just continuing to allow them to bring through this upgrade and knowledge imprinting. And we're continuing to sit in our circle with the Andromedans as they give us deep soul imprinting, soul path imprinting. There's great deep knowledge being transferred. Again, many lessons and knowledge about Earth and your part. And they're working more on what they call gridding, a grid coming onto your light body, your energy body, where the knowledge and frequency transfer is taking place. Now it looks like they are starting to bring through healing and gifts. And they continue to bring through the healing and the gifts. You may hear what these things are or see them or get a sense. And with this, you may get a sense of a path that will begin to unfold, or that can unfold from this level of knowledge and healing. Now they are continuing to move forward with giving of the gifts. You may feel them around you or like touching, slightly brushing against your skin or clothes. They're thanking all of you for connecting with them, and that's why they're bringing you these gifts. And you're saying humanity has a lot of growing to do, but they are not alone in this. Wow, they're really sending a message of reassurance of that nothing bad will happen. Everything will be okay. We are all looking out for you and taking care of you. So there's a sense of making this starseed family connection if it is new for many of you. So much love being sent. And they're so grateful that you are connecting with them, almost like many don't. I'm just seeing a lot of timelines between Egypt and Maya timelines that they were in contact with these ancient civilizations when you had lifetimes, one or a few, and these would have been the times that you connected with them while on Earth. Mm. And they are giving some overall lessons about, anger, hatred, competition, and needing to come to a place of love and peace. They're saying that they will not tolerate, and the Federation will not tolerate any more of the self-destruction of humanity. We are all being moved into a higher frequency of light that is beyond such ideas, frequencies, densities. It is a very lifting frequency. You may be very emotional, high emotional levels going in. And they're saying you are all now part of the tribe. You are now all part of the tribe of Andromeda. Yeah. It was almost like a celebration occurring now as we're beginning to come into like a finalization of our connection with them. Yeah, there's a sense of celebration as we integrate and become joyful with all that they have connected us and presented us with and aligned us with. And they're saying you are the new future. Your wisdom and actions will create a new world. You must be aware of this. In all that you do, say, think. And now I'm getting the sense that they're saying the lesson is over. The lesson is done. And they're assisting us with regrouping from the space that they have gathered us into. And they have agreed, like a goodbye. They're just saying peace, peace. And kind of like a bow, saying peace, peace. Now we are beginning to come back to our dimensional space, leaving the Andromeda space sector. There may be some sadness, but know that they are always there and they're always with you. And you are coming back to deliver all the energies, frequencies, messages of knowledge, peace, love, soul path alignment, imprinting, all that you are aligned to do and be coming back. And I see Mantis being, Send a Master Jesus, Archangel Metatron, just kind of assisting us with coming back. And there may be a sense of awe or maybe not fully understanding what has taken place, but knowing that it is all benevolent and your highest and best as part of your starseed connections, your soul path, your alignment, divine alignment to source, to being in service to the divine, for what is best, for your highest best and the highest best of the highest version collective of humanity of New Earth. But now coming back to the space and room that you are in. There we go. Maybe feeling your hands and feet, your fingers, toes, moving them. Starting to open your eyes as I close the space to help you come back more. Definitely take any notes of anything that you want to remember. This completes our Andromeda Galactic Federation Triology Soul Path Upgrading and Imprinting Transmission. And remember to drink plenty of water and ground afterwards by walking in nature is always helpful. This one was pretty deep and may take a bit to unpack and settle in. Oh my. Ooh, that was wow. Jelani's saying, "Whoa, yeah, I'm right there with you." That was profound. That's I'd say equal to contact that we've had in Mount Shasta in terms of the depth and the intensity. I know we had some tech issues. You guys are already in the circle. Don't worry about being live or not. The connection was just really, really strong. And you can always listen to the replay. But this was, and now I see why they were contacting me beforehand. I may get really emotional here. This is, yeah, very, very deep, deep connection, ancient wisdom. I feel like what we received is beyond um, just this event. Okay, so I understand why they're asking me to post this for the collective, because there is a mass transformation underway right now. Okay, um, and a very strong call to come into your own presence and gifts to create peace and harmony on our planet. Yeah, I haven't had it be this intense since being in Shasta, since the first time I met the Arcturians. Um, yeah, they have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and wow, just catching my breath with everything here before. I know you guys are sharing, and I will read everything that you are sharing. I'm just doing any further unpacking from this profound connection with these very ancient wisdom, powerful ancient wisdom keepers and knowledge of Earth, and yeah, the ability that they have to shift major timelines is profound. I don't even really have many more words that I can say to describe them. But again, they are very shamanic, very tribal feeling, um, definitely more serious than the Pleiadians or Arcturians. But there's just so much love and peace. And they did. They when they said goodbye, it was and they kind of had their hands, their appendages together, and peace, peace. Very wow, profound. Roberta sharing. Thank you. So special. I felt a throbbing from my head to my heart and then to my toes. My toes felt very hot. They told me that I belonged. Felt very emotional. Yeah, yeah. I'm holding back the tears. I could be crying. It is very emotional at various points. Yes, very deep love and connection that they're sharing with us. And Fawn is sharing. Um, well, she fell asleep after the Zoom shut off, and she logged right back in. Yeah, giving us the gifts. Yes, yes. So you got what you needed. You were in the space that we were doing. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah. Roberta's saying this is the strongest session, but all are special. Yeah, well, again, they are bringing in for this event, but they also kind of use the connection to send a message to all of humanity, right? So we kind of got two things at once here, but also their energy and their presence is very powerful, very um, high level or ancient, right? Jelani is saying, my head got really warm, then I heard a loud click in my ear. Then the connection went out. Ah, yeah, there was a lot that came in when we first connected. It was, I was having trouble kind of slowing it down a little or pacing, just because it was so powerful what was coming in, almost like the floodgates opened. Yeah, I'm glad the technology at least works to record things once we regrouped or reconnected. I recorded the whole thing, so don't worry about that, right? Because I held back long enough to get the recording going. Um, Madaleine saying very powerful. They come into me as a group consciousness. They said that they will love you working more. Well, they said they would love working with you more with them. Yes. Wait, me or you or all of us? I don't know. Yeah, I got the sense that they said that many are intimidated by their presence and don't initiate contact with them. And I almost felt like they were, I don't want to say lonely. I don't feel like they carry that feeling, but a sense of great gratitude for connecting with them. And they wish that they would be connected to more, right? They want to be connected to more, that they have so much to offer and so much um, assistance to give. And so there's almost a sense of pent up from a lack of being connected to, that they brought in all of this so much, um, because they have so much to offer. It's like, oh, the channels are open, let's get everything in that we can while we can. Mm-hmm. Diane saying, I got kicked out of the Zoom. When I discovered that, I said, oh darn, I wanted to be connected. And they laughed and said, don't worry, you are connected. Yes, exactly. And Robin saying she got very emotional. The energies were very strong. Yeah, very, very emotional. Um, it was just also, because they were so grateful that we were connecting to them. Yeah. Aww. And Diane is saying they felt very calm, wise, and loving. Yes, yeah, they do. They seem like the tribal elders, right? and just very loving, very ancient, very wise. They have a lot of knowledge. Mm-hmm. Mikkel's seeing some angel numbers coming in. Wendy's saying, wow, incredible, feeling so peaceful and energized at the same time. My Zoom logged off too, and I came back when you mentioned the gifts. Yeah, you guys are still in the circle. So we're way far beyond the technology with what we were doing. I had a sense too that this was, I feel like things are touching my crown. um, having trouble thinking now. Something just came in. Woo. um, yeah, this was, again, this is for us as well as humanity, right? This beautiful connection and transmission. Dan saying my third eye was throbbing and I heard tiny clicking, fluttering sounds. Yeah, there was a lot of clicking, and that's usually them talking or communicating. Um, and it's, even though you hear clicking, you're receiving it. It's like it translates with your third eye or higher consciousness into a telepathic message. It's like your consciousness knows how to translate what they're clicking into something that you understand. So um, even though you may not know exactly what that is, your higher consciousness is receiving that message, that understanding. Yeah. Michelle is saying, when you're opening the space, I felt cold. Yeah, I got really cold also. My skin was tingling, stinging, like when you touch your tongue to a battery. I've never done that. Oh my, yeah, it's a lot of energy. I felt a fluttering in my forehead. I noticed my skin was a glowing, glittery, iridescent white light. Yes, seen that before. I heard shatter, but couldn't actually understand. Heard a shatter. Couldn't understand, and knew it was being knew it was upgrading me. I realized I was kicked off Zoom and re-entered and brought to a cave. Yep, yeah, next to the ocean. I was sitting in a meditative pose. I heard shamanic drums, beautiful, and wind, and saw a circle and beams of light around me. Yes, I was in the center for a while. Then I heard they heard you say we were sitting in a circle. Yeah, resonated the gifts being given. I heard you can speak to animals, heal, and teach. Beautiful. Yeah, so there was a sense of us being in that stone cavern, almost like that maybe had an opening at the top, like it was a slight pyramid structure. But yeah, like we were in this um, teepee cavern having our shamanic ceremony. It did. It felt very shamanic, and yeah, very wise elders. Um, Yeah, I haven't talked to them much, so I don't know much about their hierarchy of different levels of um, within their civilization, right? So I don't know if we met with these elder healers or if this is the general for their civilization. But that is definitely the vibe that we have from them. These ancient wisdom keepers, very shamanic, very wise, knowledgeable, loving, powerful, very powerful. Thomas sharing clearly felt like they use this transmission to come into this dimension, a connection I can still feel, although I also fell asleep, something I haven't have happened in a long time. Yeah, yeah, so I think a lot of us kind of got knocked out. I couldn't even talk when it was first coming through. So so strong. Um, it's just um, when the energies are so intense, you can't really use your five senses, in the sense of it's hard to move, it's hard to speak. You're just fully immersed, and it's usually when we, really fall asleep. Yeah. Jelani's saying, I am drawing now. Words cannot come together. I'm not sure what that says. Um, Oh, you're drawing. Okay, I get it. Yeah. So that's also another powerful way to document any of these experiences. When I first learned the shamanic journey, they have you draw pictures of the world that you visited and what took place. So that's also a very powerful way to connect. And I know some other participants from Shasta draw, some draw light codes or crystalline shapes of the frequencies that are coming through. So it's another way to document what you're bringing through. So that's great. Yeah, however you want to document or feel able to. Cynthia is sharing Andromeda Galaxy is my point of origin in this timeline. I was told that my karma with Andromeda had been, oops, sorry, I'm just letting somebody in here. Karma with Andromeda had been balanced, was reconnected with the great histories of the universe, and gifted with a golden sphere of time. Beautiful. Yeah, so it did feel like many of you either are reconnecting or creating new starseed family connections with them, right? Because at the end they did this big welcoming. We welcome you to our family, right? So now they're part of your collective, even if you weren't connecting with them very much before. So I'm sure they'll give me another event to connect to them. So I didn't get anything immediately in that one, but I got the sense of, well, we will be connecting again, right? Yes. Mikkel was saying, you are amazing. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure. I am always amazed with what is coming through as well. I'm along for the ride. But it is my honor to be able to bring through all of this for all of you to experience. It's profound. Hmm. Cynthia sharing, thank you, Sherry. Each session has been a jewel. Thank you, everyone, for your energetic gifts. Yes, beautiful. You're very welcome. Roberta saying, beautiful. Yes, thank you. Also to everyone for your energies. Yes. And Robin's also saying, yes, thank you. And thank you to the group. Such a profound experience. Yeah, this is like a new starseed family connection, right? We're connecting with each other as we agreed to before we incarnated into this lifetime. And now we're following through with that. And we did also our first starseed mission here together with sharing this with the collective. So, yeah, I will be posting this on my YouTube channel for the collective as they have guided us to do or guided me to do. Mantis being messaged or got a hold of me the last 2 days. I was like, wow, this transmission must be really amazing, you know. So they definitely delivered, and I understand now why they were saying it needs to be shared. Okay, they have very deep knowledge and messages to share with everybody. So we got our blueprinting, and then we also received much larger, greater gifts and messages that were just a part of that as well. You know, we got kind of like a double session here. I noticed it was longer, so yeah, we've got a lot here. And yeah, thank you. You guys are all saying thank you. It's awesome. Can't wait for the replay. Such a beautiful connection, the energies and the gifts. Yes. Bless you all. I feel our connection. Yes. Yeah. Beautiful. Yay. Yes. You're all feeling the connection. Yeah. It's beautiful. I do feel that they brought us to a new level of really understanding Earth and our connection with Earth and to each other and to the collective, you know, and a higher resonance for the collective, right? And really spreading that peace, that love, that higher understanding across our whole planet, right? So that's what we're doing. with this session and this recording. So to everyone who listens to this, this is our mission here on Earth, creating new Earth with love and peace, following your path. So whatever you feel called to or guided to after this is part of your new path that's unfolding. Okay? And follow that. Even if you feel afraid, allow that fear to be there, but don't let it tear you down from what you need to move forward with. It's required that you do what you came here to do. All right? Each soul needs to do what they came here to do. Yeah. Yes. Oh, Tom is sharing, thanks for the order of the connections. Each seemed to build on the other, but the last one, quite the overlayering transmission. Yes, yeah, they do. They do seem to layer. Um, Definitely. hmm Yeah, great wisdom in how it was arranged. I didn't really think about it, but that is how it kind of unfolded. Um, yes, so many thank yous. Beautiful. Madalena sharing for the hierarchy. I heard that their leaders are not considered higher than the rest of them. The leader receive all their thoughts telepathically and put them all together in a common message. The leader transmit to off. Yeah, so it's a lot of hive mind. Yeah, yeah, a lot of they have a hive mind collective, maybe even more so than the other, because we know that the Arcturians, Pleiadians, they all um, connect telepathically, but they definitely seem to have more of that collective hive mind, and those that I guess you could say are assigned to bring certain things forward, right? Mm-hmm. My stomach is growling. Session. You guys should be really hungry. That was a lot of energy that we just moved here. Maybe depending on the time of where you're at too, right? But with big contact, you usually get a pretty big appetite. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Um, Roberta's saying, I feel things are moving forward. Been waiting for this. Yeah. Yeah. Session's a tremendous blessing. Yeah. So Carolina's saying they talked with her a lot. They were pretty chatty, I guess. Told her that she lived many lives as Andromedan, have an open channel to them, not to worry about my low technology skills. They will download me with their new technology and will guide me telepathically what to do. Yeah. Yeah, they were speaking about technology for a while, and it came in very quickly. Everything came in really quickly, but there was some understanding about technology, our technology on Earth, and I did get a full vision of, some people call it New Lemuria, New Earth, but it was like this beautiful tropical paradise of harmony and peace, and very high level functional technology that is beneficial for all. So I feel like that is just, that image comes in so quickly. I don't have time to say it in the transmission, but I feel like that understanding comes in the transmission of understanding that highest template for Earth, and what are we doing in order to assist humanity with coming to that alignment, that place, right? It's really coming out of a lot of disharmony and suffering and competition and all of that lower frequencies, right? And coming into this new beautiful place. Yeah. Mikkel's saying he meditated for an hour before this, and this was the Diamond Grace Galaxy. So wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, it is a beautiful place, and it's it's a quite distance away from Earth. So that's also the reason that it feels so strong or intense, because we're not so close to Earth anymore. We're in a much much more distant dimensional space and frequency that they are in, right? I don't know. I think it's like a couple million years, light years, a couple million years to get there. I'm not up on my space time information. But yeah, you can feel it when we start traveling there. It knocked out the connection. So, yes, truly amazing. I'm still in a state of being stunned. So it's been such a privilege to be able to do all of these sessions. Thank you so much for joining and participating. I'm a little sad that they're over, but we're going forward with our next assignment, which was to meet with the Pleiadians for 5 sessions. They're bringing us into these council meetings to connect with them, to talk to them, to get more knowledge, information, to learn about them more. So that's starting next Friday. So you can sign up for that on my website, or it's on the New Earth One network as well. So I hope that you will continue the journey with the Galactic Federation with them next Friday. And we can continue on our starseed mission and work that we are doing. So, yes, thank you all so much. So much love to everyone. Yeah, it's 5 sessions. The next one is 5 sessions. I have 5 Fridays, so I spaced it out so everybody can, tend to your everyday lives as we are also doing this powerful new earth work. So, oh, so much love and light, so much gratitude. Such an amazing experience and journey, and I hope you enjoy the replays, and I'll see you all at the next session. All right, keep up all the good work, keep up with following your soul paths. All right, lots of love and light, and bye for now. Bye.